Welcome to the Amy Plus podcast. Today's guest is the brains behind Blondes Who Eat. She's beautiful, outgoing, and I'm personally obsessed with her videos. With over 315,000 followers and a hilarious, unfiltered approach to food reviews, she's taken TikTok by storm. She entertains, exposes, and taste tests, bringing drama, bites, and belly laughs in every post. From McDonald's fast food to fine dining, she travels the world and now knows some incredible world-renowned chefs. And yes, she's even caught the attention of Dave Portnoy, the queen of craving, the reigning of champs of comfort food, and has built a full-blown food following. Welcome, Kristi.
Thank you for having me. Wow, was that your interview to be an NBC star? Because, I mean, you killed it.
Totally.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm so excited. So, obviously, my name's Kristi. I wouldn't say I'm the brains behind Blondes Who Eat, but it has been me, just myself, for quite some time. When I first started back in 2016, it was my sister, my best friend, and I, actually in Dallas. And Erica, my best friend, is actually now just recently back on full time. So I'm so excited to have her. But the name wasn't Blondes Who Eat from the beginning. It was actually called Happy Meals for Days because I am obsessed with McDonald's.
I can't wait to ask
God bless
you about
my
that.
mom. I blame her for that obsession. And we were out to dinner one night in Dallas, and I cannot remember for the life of me who it was, if it was a guy friend or just a random person who passed by and was like, you guys are the Blondes Who Eat. And we changed it that night. That's kind of where Blondes Who Eat came to fruition. Happy Meals for Days, RIP. I hope someone's using it to good use.
That's the perfect name.
It is. It's great.
I think a lot of it, like the attraction, is the fact that you are blonde.
Yes.
I mean, by the way, I woke up this morning, I was like, we have so much in common. Two things. We're both blonde and we both love to eat.
And I walked in, I was like, I smell bacon. I smell something. Is she gonna have bacon for me?
We do have bacon.
I smell it.
Okay. Oh my God. Now I feel bad. My husband made bacon.
I was like, that smells good. I was going to try and get a breakfast burrito on the way. And then I just got back late last night. I was running around this morning. I'm in a new car, which is actually a fun collab that I can't wait to tell you about. And so I was just trying to get here in one piece. So I haven't eaten. So if I'm hangry, I'm sorry.
Now I feel awful.
The breakfast burrito will come after. That will be my reward for hopefully
honestly, we do have bacon.
No.
It's so good. It's that really thick kind from Central Market. Okay, that's happening. So something to look forward to.
So that's kind of where Blondes Who Eat came to fruition. Okay. I cannot believe it's been almost 10 years. Yeah. I feel like we should be larger in numbers, but it's just been such a fun journey and to see where we are and see how much more growth we have.
And then what did you do before that?
I was in medical sales before. I actually went to school my dream was to be a surgeon.
I can see
or
that.
In the medical field, in some way or form. So I worked in a pharmaceutical company straight out of college. And then, because they always said, you can't just jump right into medical sales. You have to have some B2B, all that stuff. And so I did that and then got my experience. And so I was in the operating room. I sold hand and wrist and foot and ankle hardware and then skin for like burn victims. I loved that. If I were to go back into it, that's what I would do because I felt like with hardware, you put it in and you're like, see ya. With the skin, you watched them progress from whatever their accident was to becoming normal again. And that was really cool to me.
Yeah, I could totally see you be so good at that.
It was so
I bet
fun.
you were.
I just love talking to people.
I know.
So it was like, everyone else wants me to shut up. Mm-hmm. I could find someone in the hospital that would talk to me about food or whatever. The people that actually a lot of people didn't find useful were actually the most important people in the process of getting us our hardware to use in the operating room, like the sterile processing people. Like those were the people that got you in the door, and nobody really paid attention. Those were my favorite people. So I miss that. Yeah. But I
think there was a different calling for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell the audience, if they don't know who you are, they don't follow you, what exactly do you do?
So I tell people that I am a walking advertisement or walking billboard. So I just go around to restaurants. I film my favorite dishes or just favorite restaurants or products. So obviously food.
And you just set up the camera in front of you.
Everything is on my iPhone.
Do you have okay, so you use your light from your phone?
Everything is on my iPhone. I only use the light if it's dark.
Okay.
I really try to find the best lighting. I will drive around with my food until I find the right angle. Sometimes you'll see me in a parking lot, fully parked angle.
Okay, so that's so funny you brought that up because yesterday when I was doing some research on you, I was thinking, I'm like, I wonder if sometimes she's in these parking lots.
Oh, yeah.
Like people will pull up and be like, what is this lady doing?
Yep, it's great. I actually have been I've been using YouTube more so because people don't believe I swallow my food. So I'll put the videos on there so they can watch me swallow. And then they watch it. And then now I'm bulimic because I'm like, you can't win. But I've been putting them on YouTube because it's not edited, and you can see me if like someone will walk by or a car will drive by, I'll stop and wait. And I'm like, I'm in a busy parking lot. I could be sitting here all day if I stop every time. But
that makes sense.
Everything is on my iPhone. I bought a nice camera. I don't use it.
Okay, this is so fascinating. So it was probably 3 years ago. My stepson has like a group of friends that come over here like 4 times a year, and they're the best kids. And one of them was like, we were talking about Instagram, and he knew that I started getting into Instagram, started doing the influencing and posting and all this stuff. And he said to me, you should follow Blondes Who Eat. And that's how I started following you.
Well, I love whoever he is.
Girl, I looked you up and I was like, it was so simple, but yet so fascinating because I was just looking at you in a car and you had your, whatever it was, McDonald's.
That's right.
English muffin hack, and you would like dip it in the different sauces. And
big sauce.
And it was so fascinating because I could hear it. I don't know if anybody's told you that, but it's like the sounds of the eating.
The ASMR, yes.
Yeah, and the sounds of the wrapper, it makes you not want to scroll up.
Yes.
And keep going.
Which is funny you said this because some people can't watch ASMR. It like triggers them.
What?
Yes. So that's why there's so many different types of video, just content out there, right? Because it catches every like a different specific attention of people.
So like the sound
that some people like love watching ASMR of like the dripping and the chewing, and the people put the microphones right up to their their mouth or whatever, and then other people like silence and just enjoy maybe watching someone eat or just
okay. Now that you say that, so yesterday I was getting my hair done, and I was telling my hairstylist that I was interviewing you, and told her what you did, and she was like, I could listen to her and follow her and love her if I didn't hear her smack.
Yep.
She said that. She was like, I love all the sounds, but the smacking triggers me.
Exactly. So that's just it's not for everybody, right? And I don't smack and do that stuff. Like the ASMR people who are literally ASMR, they do that because they're catering to the people that are following them. Yeah. I don't.
You're just doing it.
It's just a matter of what the sound catches, right? Like my sister and I did this funny video that actually went really viral of trying to eat Wingstop silently. And I think it went viral because our eating styles are also different too. But it didn't work, like the microphone. And then what I found like in just small rooms where I've just eaten, and I'm not, again, I'm doing it just so I can be away from everyone, but it actually in a small room accentuates every sound.
Really? I'm gonna go get you some bacon.
And so you can, exactly.
We should do that.
The crisp of the bacon, right?
Okay. We're gonna do that before this is over. We're
gonna
go get the bacon and we're gonna.
She's still thinking about the bacon.
I know. Okay. So let's circle back to the beginning. You posted a video, the 2-foot pizza moment at Yonkers, which I'm assuming is like
barn.
New York.
Yep.
That was the turning point, and you took off from there. Can you tell us about that moment?
Yeah, so that was back in 2017. That was when I still think there still are niches where people just like following big food, right? Like the ASMR, like big food items. And so I saw this 2-foot pizza in New York. It was outside of New York in Yonkers, so a little bit of a drive, and it's called Pizza Barn, and we went viral from that. I mean, it was 3 skinny
was
blondes.
3 of you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Me, my sister, and actually
sister?
Julia, it was in New York. So she was our 4th. She kind of popped in and out. She has now a big following. She's all fashion. Okay. She's just your like cute petite gal. Anyways, so we did that. We did a whole time lapse of Julia and I eating pretty much a whole slice of pizza. And to our knowledge, we end up on the news, and it was wild. And we got hacked. the next week. It was crazy. And working with Meta is nuts. There is no contact, so don't get hacked.
Okay.
And
then when
it
you
came
took
back.
the video, I haven't seen the video. I tried to look it up. I mean, I could have done a better job, but I just saw the picture of you guys.
Yes, you could probably
holding
find
it.
it somewhere. I
Yeah.
haven't looked back, but like I feel like they might say differently. I feel like we put Pizza Barn on the map. Now they have influencers all over their wall, but I think we were one of the first.
And so you just took this video. At the time, you were already like on TikTok and Instagram?
No, I don't even think TikTok existed then.
Okay.
I
You just put on your Instagram.
don't just Instagram.
And that's what went viral.
And that's when viral. We ended up on on Facebook.
How many followers did you get from that?
I don't remember how many. I think it was more of just like exposure for us. I would say probably like 5 to 10. It might have been more. I can't remember off the top of my head. The big following count came from Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked about
after.
that. Said that because my husband is seriously obsessed with him.
He's a
And
great guy.
Okay, so what happened? You were on his show.
So right after the Yonkers pizza post, another one of my guy friends, who I actually think it might have been him who told us we should be the blondes who eat. He's one of my best guy friends. He was like, "Why don't you go review with Portnoy?" And I was like, "How am I going to do that?" He was like, "Just DM him." I DM'd him. He responded the next day.
Really?
The next day was wild. And I was like, "Hey, I'd love to do a pizza with you." And he was like, "I'm listening." And I was like, "Okay." He goes, "Fly out to New York and pick a place." So we went next week. We were one of the first influencers. I'm actually embarrassed to say this because the video is so bad.
I saw it. I watched it yesterday.
It's so bad.
The guy comes in.
The guy with the weed comes in. But the why I think it's so bad is we're the ones who reached out, right? But I didn't actually follow. I knew who he was and I knew he did all those things, but I didn't actually follow his pizza reviews. That taught me to do my homework. That was a learning lesson of a video. Well, he came in, we picked the place he came in, and he's like, "All right, Frankie, you ready?" And we started filming. Well, my sister and I had no idea how the ratings, like rating worked, the point scale, any of that. So what do you think we rated at? You watched it?
Single
number scores.
I think she said 4.
It was, yeah. And he looked at us like, "You morons. Like, you guys reached out to me."
He totally did.
You didn't look at the point scale. So, it worked along the lines of us being dumb blondes, right? Classic.
Right.
But Portnoy actually suggested us to go private that day. You can't do that anymore, especially with the big following now, because when you go private, you lose all analytics.
You're talking about your Instagram.
Yes, he told us to go private because
you cannot do that now.
No, you cannot do that. So
influencers
it was so new then that we lost not a lot of analytics, right? It was in 2017. So we went private. He posted, I think we got, because in order to see our page, they had to request to follow us. Because I'm sure you look now, like when you're scrolling, the key is when you post a thing is a video, you want everyone to follow you. Well, a lot of times, especially with the ADD and scrolling, you end up 20 pages away from the person that you actually started on. So in order to see our page, they had to request to follow us. We got about 25,000. We had to sit and accept 25,000 people.
Okay, so back then you did go. He told
you. We went private.
So
we lost all. We went through before we went private.
So you regret that?
I screenshotted. No, I just don't think we could do it now because our analytics are so useful and beneficial to getting us.
What?
I went and screenshotted all of our analytics. So I had screenshots of them, and then right after, I think I gave it a week of being private, and then I went back to being public. So then our analytics started picking.
And you had to accept 25,000 followers.
Yes, it was wild.
So you're like,
it was crazy. You can only do so much. I'm sure you've also seen, like, when you're too active on Instagram, it's like, "We've detected like suspicious activity. Please try again later." Because like thinks you're a bot.
Was it before or after that you got hacked? I'm not hacked, but
before
Instagram.
That.
Okay.
Before that. Yeah.
Before that.
So
how long did that take to clear
a week. You had, I don't know if it's ever happened to you before, but like when you're hacked or anything goes wrong or your page is stolen, you have to send Meta a picture of your ID next to your face with a piece of paper of your like ID number or something, and then they either say yes or no to get it back. But like it wasn't that easy. It was really difficult. So don't get hacked. Do the two-factor authentication thing. That's worth it.
Okay, that hasn't happened to me yet. So Dave, what's he like?
At first, he was not, I don't want to say he wasn't nice, but like very standoffish. Just very, New Yorkers, very New Yorker. Like, just like, who are you? You're not really relevant. And then we started to get to know him, and obviously he made fun of us.
Yeah.
Did the whole thing like
So
you
the
got
video was, okay, so what happened was you were standing in front of the pizza place and you all three have the slice of pizza, and this guy just
Homeless
totally
guy.
interrupted you
Yep.
and basically took over the conversation because I just saw it yesterday.
Yes.
And he's like, "You want some weed?"
Yeah.
And Dave's like, "Well, I don't know, maybe." And then he gives him a pipe.
Yep.
And Dave's like, "No, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm not going to smoke
Yeah, I don't
after
think
your
that's yeah.
pipe."
I don't think that's weed.
You could see it on his face. It's like,
It was great. But
because
yeah,
you
he
could
stole
tell
the show.
Dave
which
was
is great.
trying to like be nice and just, hoping that it'll probably
Yes.
move along. But he was there for at least a couple of minutes. I was like, get out of the way,
Yeah.
dude.
No,
I wanted to
honestly,
fuck him
after
out
we
of the
said
way.
our ratings, I was like, please come in. I hope maybe you watched him. Maybe we should give a better rating.
Okay, so how does Dave do his rating?
It's like a point, like a 6.5, right? It's not a full number rating. It had to be. So we missed the decimal
What did you
point.
say?
Probably a 7 or 8.
Yeah, something like that.
Something.
Yeah, because he was
something
like,
dumb.
have you ever rated pizza?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, looking back now, it was funny, and he was really kind. We actually ended up hanging out with him and his friends all night and watching him interact with, all of his fans out. For how he's portrayed as this, arrogant asshole. He was every person that came up, he took a picture with, shook hands, very nice, which I know people say, well, you have to be. You don't know. There's not a lot of people that do that. So he's
Joe
really
was telling me last night that, we ran into him because we were at, was it the Kentucky Derby?
no,
I think it was the Breeders' Cup.
Breeders' Cup.
And he was staying at our hotel, and there was a bet going on because and anybody that's really into betting, they do things on the side, and they have these big bets going on. Anyway, Joe being Joe, and my stepdaughter's obsessed with him.
Okay.
Loves bar stools and all that. So Joe's like, I'm going to get a picture with him so I could send it to Emma, my stepdaughter. Goes up to him and was like, I know you're in first place, but I'm in 18th and we're coming for you. And then I actually just asked Joe, and he was like, I was like, did he end up winning? He was like, no, he got totally kicked out.
Which is so funny. Yeah.
He seems like a nice guy.
He's done so much good for restaurants. I know you probably watched him during COVID. He saved so many places. So I think he just gets a bad rep because, it all comes back down to the jealousy. Our world is just a jealous place. He's a successful man.
Okay. So after Dave Portnoy, then it went on YouTube after Dave.
Yes.
Did it blow up?
So no, YouTube actually is, I don't know if maybe other people have some secrets. YouTube is one of the hardest things to grow. I actually just hit my first milestone to become a creator in YouTube. And so that was, 2017. I focused on just Instagram, really. And then when TikTok, someone was like, you need to really focus on TikTok. And so now I focus on all of them. I do YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So him posting on YouTube didn't really help much. It really helped on Instagram.
Okay. And so, so I saw you have like 300 and whatever, 15,000 followers on Instagram, which is crazy. And then how many do you have on TikTok? If you had to guess.
445?
445,000?
Yes.
Wow.
I think so.
Crazy.
It's around there somewhere.
That's amazing. But I can see like TikTokers really getting into just making little short videos.
It is great. TikTok, I feel like, really gives anybody the opportunity to be someone. I'm sure, as you've seen, it's given so many people, like, they made them famous, and artists, or just, selling their business. Like, there's been so many that I've seen where it's like, I saw this Barnes and Noble one the other day, and it was like, this guy's sitting here selling his book and nobody's come up. He now is #1 seller, sold out all of his books just because TikTok, right? And so it really is helpful in a lot of ways. It gives anybody the opportunity to be someone.
I know. I hope they figure that out, like the whole TikTok banning.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
I know, but I think it's already figured out. They're just not letting us know.
Yeah.
So TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Oh, for YouTube, what do you mean you hit a milestone? How does that work?
You have to hit, it gives you watch hours and watch time that you have to hit to become, like, part of like similar to TikTok, it would be like the creator fund to get paid. That's what you have to hit for YouTube. And so you can either post long form videos or shorts, and you have to hit like 4,000 watch hours in long form or 10 million views in shorts.
And do they reach out to you when you hit these things?
You download the YouTube. There's like a YouTube, another application that you have to download, and then you can apply once you hit those things. And then, I got it was like, can take up to 3 weeks to be accepted. I applied and I got it the next day. It's like, congratulations. I was like, I made it. I only have 8,000 followers on YouTube, but I made
and so that means you'll post and then you get paid.
I'm not sure. I haven't figured it out yet.
Okay.
But I applied and I got in. Stay tuned. Unsure. Okay. I could probably do more research and do it, but I am like you. I am all over the place. I am running I film everything. I do most of my outreach. Erica, who I just hired on, she's been really helpful, but I do the filming, I do the editing, I do the posting.
So you don't have anybody that helps you?
No, I do everything on my own.
You got to get somebody.
And so I am exhausted. And then, I'm a big friendship girly. And so I, make time for my friends still, my boyfriend, my family, and then traveling. I forget about myself.
You're
a lot
so
of the
busy.
time.
Like you just got back from, you tell me.
I just got back from New York yesterday, which was such an exciting collaboration. But I do it all myself.
Wow, girl. You need to get some
I'm
help.
tired.
Just because you'll get burnt out.
I know.
And I also looked on your Instagram. You had like traveled everywhere.
Yes.
So do restaurants pay you to eat? Or do they how does that work?
Restaurants have come a long way from when it first started. A lot more restaurants are paying nowadays, but it's a big misconception that every post is paid. If a post is paid on any platform, you will see ad sponsored or the restaurant name partner.
Like underneath in the captions?
It'll say like McDonald's partner. As well as ad and sponsored. So I think that's a big misconception. Everyone's like, oh, must be nice. Like
get your free meal.
I pay for, I'd probably say about 80% of what I eat. There are a lot of times where a lot of restaurants do trade. Like, hey, we'd love to offer you X amount of money in exchange for a TikTok and whatever. There are some that are, one, I won't say the restaurant name or maybe down the line, but a restaurant I frequent often that you can't get out of there for less than $100. Reached out and was like, we love your content. We'd love to offer you and a plus one $100 in exchange for all this. And I was like,
$100 flat fee? Yeah, you're like.
I was like, oh, you would? Thank you. I'll just pay for myself and not post about it.
Yeah.
Just like
I don't think they probably respect the
some
effect that you have on people.
Well, the other issue is there are a lot of people who are starting out that do that, right? And so I'm like, just go to them then, right? Because I do get a lot of restaurants there's, and this may be a question later, but a big thing that upsets me is when you do make a push or a movement that a restaurant does see and they don't even say thank you, but actually ask you to come back out and try something else on their menu that not only did I pay for, filmed, edited, posted, got 1 million views. You told me that XYZ from someone is pissed because they've had to make extra of this. And then you have the audacity to ask. I'm like,
they have no idea the work that you put in.
And some do. I just think that, that I'm too nice in a lot of things that I do it for free, and that have to be hard in other cases. And then I come off as the brat, like, oh, well, she charges or whatever, but I have the analytics and I save those things from the owners or the chefs or whatever, the ones that are so kind do say thank you, right? That I've sold X amount of breakfast burritos and whatever, right? Because a lot of people ask, the ones who do have a budget to pay, well, do you have, like, how do I track the ROI? How do I track what's coming in? And a lot of times you can't unless you have a specific code. But I can show you from previous either collabs or just me going in and doing it. These are the analytics, right? And I'll try to screenshot. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of moving pieces, right? A lot of people will DM me personally and be like, I went and got the breakfast burrito. I went and got this. I can't screenshot every single one either, right? Because then it would help. Exhausting, it would help for the restaurants. But again, I'm doing everything by myself.
Right.
And I have to be careful saying that too, because I think Alex Earl does all of her editing herself too. And there are other people, and look what she's doing, right? And so it's just a matter of I think the biggest thing is the misconception that not everything is free, right? I pay for all my travel. There are very few. I've been on 3 brand trips.
Okay, so you were working full time. You obviously make a good living medical sales, but you're doing this full time now.
Yes.
And are you doing better? Are you supporting?
I'm doing better. Yes. I actually left medical sales in 2020, which was terrifying, right? When I remember the phone call with my dad, he was like, "You're doing what? Do you what?" They send you to college to do not even what my major was. And now I'm going to lose my health insurance, the credit card to pay for my gas, the security of it. And in my dad's eyes, he's probably like, shoot, I just got you off the while you're coming back on. But in my head, my dad had his own, he was a dentist and is now retired, and he was his own boss. That was my goal, right? Watching him raise us and be able to travel with us all the time and take off whatever day he was, have control of his employees and whatever. That's what I wanted. He was my role model. And so I was like, well, I can, he raised me. I can do that too. Right. And the only way I'm going to find out if I am capable of doing it and successful at it is taking the
Plus,
leap.
you can always go back.
And I can always go back. I'm like, it's a sales job.
I don't see you going back.
No.
I think you're only going up from here.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm so excited about, everything that Blonde Suite has, paved the path for me to be successful.
I saw you in Alice Olivia. I was hosting an event there. No, or maybe I was.
Melissa Platt was.
Melissa was hosting.
Now you were going to be, yes.
And I totally recognized you. I was like, oh my gosh, you're Blonde Suite.
No.
Does that happen all the time in Dallas?
All the time. But it's so fun. It's happened more off in the past year or two. Really getting noticed. I remember I was in Philly with my brother and I were born in Philly. So we were in Philly for the World Series, or it was coming up to, it was still the playoffs. And we were standing in Reading Terminal, I think it was. I should know where I was. It's like the food court thing. I wasn't wearing, I was always in a Blonde Suite sweatshirt. That was my uniform. That was like, I went from scrubs to like another uniform. And 2 people came up. My brother, he's like, you're not even wearing Blonde Suite stuff. And that was really that was like the first time I'd been noticed moment? Not in Blonde Suite gear. And now I get, noticed all over the place. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. I forget that I put my face on the internet every single day. Every day.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned this, but for me, it's just so intriguing because you're so beautiful.
Oh yeah,
thank you. You're so, I don't know, elegant, sophisticated. And I got to tell you, your dimples.
Oh, thanks.
Your dimples is like, I feel like that's what captures the audience, like even more.
Yeah, people love the dimps.
And like, man, I wish if you do not follow Kristi, you have to follow her because it's so fascinating. You'll take like the bite, and then the way you're just so pretty, and your blue eyes, and it's just, man, okay. I don't eat fast food, but you make me want to try it.
I know a lot of people don't. That's a big trigger for a lot of people. And like we were talking about before of, finding the happy medium or not being able to make everyone happy. I get awful things about me eating and promoting fast food. And then I go to Nobu, or I'll go to the French Laundry, and all of a sudden I'm a rich, spoiled brat. Right. And so there really is no happy medium. And so that's what I'm quickly learning. I'm still to the point of, when we talk about meme comments that I get and all that stuff, it's hard because I'm a people pleaser. And
Same.
So every day I wake up and it makes me sad. Like I'm eating something that I love and I'm like, oh, everyone's going to love this. Right. And then you get a lot of people that are so excited because they also love McDonald's or breakfast or whatever it may be. And then you get the hate. Like,
so what's an example that comes to mind? One
of the worst?
Yes,
or
one of the worst.
Oh gosh, I woke up one morning and some girl DM'd me and said, all you do is eat, you big-nosed bitch. And I've changed my morning routine now because of that. And I sat there and I, went through, what maybe my therapist, what would my therapist say or what would someone else do? And you also have to take into account that when people tell you like, hurt people, or like you don't even know them, they don't even know you. When you get mean comments every year on social media, I get it comes with the territory, but it's hard. It's hard. So anyway,
Especially if you're a people pleaser. I am too.
yeah. So I
get
was
my
like, do I
feelings
need a
hurt.
nose job? Right. That was my, oh my God, I'm ugly. Right. I went straight to the mirror. That was the first thing I did. I opened up my phone. So I recommend not doing that. I don't do that anymore. But, I went straight to the mirror and I was like, do I need a nose job? Am I ugly? And then I was like, you know what? I'm so sick of people being able to just say whatever they want to say. So my thing is, now people are going to change their settings. If I can tag you, you said it with your name. So I'm going to show it to the world.
I think that's a great idea. I've seen other influencers do that.
Yeah, and a lot more people are doing it nowadays, right? People are getting called out because it's like, if you're going to say that with your name behind it, knock yourself out.
I don't see why not.
So I posted on my story and I said, good morning to everyone but whatever her name was. And she was able to be tagged. It didn't end well for her.
Yeah, because people will then reach out to her.
My followers are,
yeah, because you have loyal followers.
Loyal, they are nice. And so in the grand scheme of that, I really try to look back and this is just our world. I feel like I get the nicest comments every day.
And you got to concentrate on that.
It's so hard, right? And here I'm sitting here talking to you and all I can think about is
it's human nature.
And other ones. And it's still up on my highlights. I have like haters on my highlights so you can see all them. And that girl actually reached back out to me a couple months ago and was like, hey, like I'm still getting death threats. Like, could you please take it down? And I almost took it down. I talked to my therapist about it and she's like, I'm not going to tell you yes or no of what to do, but she is the one who said it. I guess people reached out to her employer. She was a nurse. I think she may, don't quote me, but I think she may have been let go.
Wow. Better be careful who you talk to on Instagram.
Right?
I mean, to say something that mean. I remember this was like 2 years ago. I looked at one of my messages in the morning or whatever, and some guy responded on my story and said, you might need to think about getting lip fillers. And honestly, I read it and I started cracking up. I was dying laughing. Usually things like I'm very sensitive. But for whatever reason, when he said that, I screenshot it and texted all my best friends. And I was like, look what this moron just said to me. Saying that after the joke was over, like a couple days later, I was like, oh my God, do I need lip fillers?
Right? You start to, and that's obviously, everyone, like I said, that, hurt people. They don't even know you. Why are you responding to them? My dad, reminds me all the time when he'll like watch what I say. It all depends on what side of the bed I wake up on. Let's start there. I wake up some days and I'll see stuff like that and laugh, right? Delete, block, move on. Cause I'm like, guess who's the one living life, right? Or I think, right? Or I'm living my my life to the fullest. I'm happy. So like, it might not be someone else's happy or whatever else, but there are other days when I wake up and I'll read. So my morning routine and my routine just being on social media as a whole has changed, and it's changed my life, right? Because, and you can listen to podcast after podcast, like the first thing you do really should just be getting up, going outside, focusing on yourself. Mine is getting a workout in. Once I get up and I get my workout in and do all that stuff, when I read those comments, for some reason, they don't affect me.
It's your adrenaline.
But when I would wake up and that'd be the first thing I'd see, that ruined the trajectory of my day, right? And I understand that it's that's on me, but that's how it was. So now I really try I still respond to people. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. There are times where I'm like, oh yeah. And then like, I don't feel any better. Then we're going to go ahead and delete.
Do you have an example? You could expand on one of those
yes,
stories?
There's one where this guy said, I think I really try to, I hate makeup. And maybe I hate it because I'm not good at it, right? I think I look pretty similar with and without makeup. So I just don't wear it. And I like filming in it because it's more relatable, right? A lot of people, aren't going to eat in their car, but if they are, they're in their pajamas looking raggedy. So I try to just look how I look, right? And that's why I take really good care of my face. Anyways, I don't wear makeup a lot. And this man said, wow, or like, ew, you should put some makeup on. And I was like, I went to his page with his daughter in his pic, and I was like, I can't wait for the day. I responded, I said, I can't wait for the day your daughter comes home and someone called her ugly. And he responded, oh my God, you're such a bully. And I was like, what?
You're the one that came after.
You started it. And I didn't even say anything mean. I just said, I can't wait for the day because it's going to happen. Like someone, right? Your daughter could be the most beautiful person on the planet. There's going to be someone that is so jealous of me. They're going to call, someone's going to do it. And then now I'm the bully. And so like I looked at that and I was like, I didn't need to respond, right? Those are the ones I really
Did you feel better?
Do my best. No. I mean, I laughed. I was like, huh? Like, but then I got called a bully, right? And I'm a people, right? And I'm not a bully. And that I don't want that like to be anywhere associated with my name. So no, I didn't.
Okay, so restaurants in Dallas.
Yes.
Tell me 3 of your favorite fast foods and 3 of your favorite restaurants in Dallas.
McDonald's girly through and through. And the second would be Whataburger. My mom, so I blame my fast food love from my parents. And I'm going to get, I have to be, you have to be so careful how you say things. We grew up and our parents were always around taking us to everything. My parents didn't cook. Right.
You're busy.
They were
How
busy,
many siblings?
Right? It's me, my brother, and sister. So 3 of us. Great. My sister was in horseback riding. My brother was soccer in every sport. I was gymnastics, cheer, everything very time consuming. Both my parents worked. My dad was a dentist. My mom was a nurse. And so I don't want to say we grew up on fast food, but like that's what was convenient. So like I love fast food and we grew up traveling the world and my mom loved going to all the different McDonald's all over the world. And it still fascinates me. It pisses people off. But it's so cool to see what they have. Anyway, so.
Well, what do you mean by it pisses people off?
Oh, it drives people nuts that you go to another country and go to McDonald's. Like, people are like, imagine.
If you go to Asia, you should eat.
Imagine going to London and going to McDonald's. I'm like, they have snack wraps. Sit down. But
like when you go to London, you should be eating fish and chips. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, but like London has cool curry, right? Like cool curry, because it's very Indian based. Like they have stuff like that on the menu. When you go to Japan, they have udon.
If you go to London, there's curry on the McDonald's menu?
Yeah, it sure is. Or brown sauce. Like, they're known for their HP sauce. They have brown sauce on some of their snack wrap options, some of their breakfast options. If you go to Greece, I got the Greek mac. So cool.
I did not know this.
So back to the
McDonald's is your favorite.
McDonald's is my.
If you could get anything at McDonald's, what would it be?
Double cheeseburger, no pickles.
Okay.
My heaven.
What? Like, anything else on there?
On the burger? Nope, just double cheeseburger, no pickle. It comes with their like little, onions that are like my holy grail. If you don't eat fast food, you don't know them, but they're like freeze dried onions that are like soaked or whatever reason. They're so good. So
do you dip the burger?
Recently, I have been dipping it in hot mustard.
Because I saw you were like trying different
the
hacks.
Hack with the breakfast,
is it
the
a hack?
hot mustard. That's another thing that people get mad. They're like, "What's the hack?" And I'm like, "What?" I literally Googled definition of hack, and I was like, "I guess it's not really a hack, but it is a hack because like it's going to the specific hack you're talking about. It was combining breakfast and lunch. So the hack was you got to go first for breakfast and get these items, and they got to roll back around in the drive-thru because they switch it out because they no longer serve breakfast all day. So
what would you get different the first and second time?
So for the breakfast portion, you have to get the hash browns, the round egg, and then I don't even know what I got now. I think it was the breakfast. It was the hash brown and the round egg. Okay. Then I went back in.
Like, do you go like at 10:29?
Go 10:29. Get right in line. Now they know me there and they laugh and they're like, if you come close enough, they switch it out pretty fast.
Yeah,
they're like ninjas in there. Like breakfast, see ya. Like fry time.
Okay, so
you gotta go. Yep, they gotta go lunch, and I get the double cheeseburger. And I took the double cheeseburger off and made a hash brown round egg sandwich, and then I dipped it in. So dipped it in the hot mustard, which is like a lot of people I guess don't have hot mustard at their McDonald's. Oh, it's the best. I know you don't eat fast food, but just go get the hot mustard and dip your bacon in it. Okay,
you're inspiring me.
Humor me. And someone was like, so I love their breakfast burritos are my holy grail. I think their breakfast burritos are God's gift. They're
at McDonald's.
So good at McDonald's.
Do they put the hash browns in it?
No. So that was also a hack. Someone was like, put the hash brown in it. So, you open up the burrito, put the hash brown in it, and then their picante sauce. Ooh, chef's kiss. So good. So when I remade the sandwich one, I poured the picante on it and then dipped it in hot mustard. I'm gonna have to go. I don't think I'm gonna make it to McDonald's out of here after.
I know.
Going tomorrow.
I know. I feel bad. We're gonna get you fed.
It's
I promise.
so good. It's so good.
Somehow.
So McDonald's, Whataburger. My mom loved. I grew up, and it was like always like if Whataburger was in the kitchen when we grew up, mom and dad went out. She always made my dad drive her through Whataburger because she loves fountain Diet Cokes from other McDonald's.
They do taste better.
Yes, they taste better. And then she loves her. She's actually weird and just likes a burger. No cheese, no onions. It's a little weirdo, right?
Yeah.
But I love Whataburger's great. Oh, their gravy, their chicken tenders. I just love food.
Their
Can you
chicken
tell?
tenders.
You know?
Yeah. Okay, big question. Drum roll. Da, 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 da. Who has the best French fries?
McDonald's.
Oh, really? I've heard that before.
Without a doubt.
Is it because they're thin and crispy?
They're just so salty, and I don't even care if they're made from a real potato or where they came from. They are the best.
Okay. Who's second?
I used to think Chick-fil-A was because I love a good
That's
waffle
the
fry.
Waffle fry, yeah.
I love a good waffle fry, but I believe they have changed their either oil or their recipe recently, and they don't actually. That's not they don't. You can get them well done, so they'll double fry them. To get that crisp.
Uh-huh.
A lot of places they
Didn't know
told
that.
them you can't do that anymore. So it just depends on who you get as your person or what location you're going to. There are a couple locations that I've gone to recently where
They'll
they
double
said
fry it?
yes. The one on the Service to 75 road in Dallas, they said no.
What
Get
about
outta here.
What about In-N-Out?
I hate In-N-Out.
Okay, I hear that from my daughter and the kids.
Sorry,
they
In-N-Out.
eat it.
I know, big California, very upset. I think their fries are garbage. They literally taste like cardboard. I don't care if you double fry them. Everyone's like, well, you got to get them animal style. Well, you put
That's
enough
what my
shit on
daughter
top
does.
of fries. Of course they're going to taste good.
Yeah, what is that?
It's
Animal
like
style.
cheese, their caramelized onions, and then their sauce.
Yeah, that's what she gets.
Something else. But
So I live in Texas and California, and then I think they might have some In-N-Outs here now. I don't know, but
they do.
she lives in Oklahoma, so they don't have them. So I'll pick her up at the airport.
That's the first place she wants to go.
California. She'll, can you take me to In-N-Out? I'm like, of all the places I could take you, you want In-N-Out? Like, how about if I take you fresh sushi because they have really good sushi in California?
How
She's
about I
like,
take
no.
you somewhere nice?
She's like, no, I want to get In-N-Out.
The
I was like,
one
okay.
thing I love from In-N-Out that I will go and get, I think it's maybe their bread I don't like, is it's the Flying Dutchman with the grilled onions on each side. It is a absolute mess slop, but it is so good. And then you just get those little peppercini peppers. You take a bite of the mess, and then put their spread on top. Now we will go to
Now we're
In-N-Out.
talking.
Now we will get in.
So what about restaurants that aren't fast food? The top 3 that come to mind in Dallas.
So I'm a Nick and Sam's girly.
I'm going there tonight.
Are you?
I swear.
I love it. I love Chef Samir, Sonny. They all take such great care of me and deliver such great food. And they've all been there for so long, which also tells you that they're just a great, Phil Romano created a great place for people to be. So I love it there because they also have steak and sushi.
Yeah.
And their sushi's
That bluefin
fantastic.
tuna,
Oh,
the expensive one that you
it's
can
so
get.
good. It's so good. And there's spicy
so
tuna,
good.
crispy rice, and the Nick and Sam's. It's so good. So
I love
I'm a
that
Nick and
place.
Sam's girly through and through. I know that will also aggravate a lot of people. And if you're an Albanese person, you're an Albanese person. If you're Nick and Sam's
Albanese
person,
is like just, I feel like their steak and stuff is like a little more basic, not in a bad way.
it's just an old school
It's
spot.
just an old school,
Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
That picture that's behind you.
With the blow dryer.
No, right behind you,
Oh.
sitting here. That's a David Yarrow.
That's what's in Town Hurt.
That's what's in the Albanese in.
Okay.
Yeah, right across from Park Cities.
I love that. I was just
So-
in Utah and they had this guy out there.
Joe and I
too.
are obsessed with Yarrow, and we went to Albanese, and we're talking to the owner, and Joe's like, "Any chance I can buy that painting from you?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. That's my wife's favorite. She'd kill me if I sold it. But David Yarrow's sitting right in the corner over there. Would you like to meet him?" And I'd been following Yarrow for
That's all about timing,
years.
right?
And so Joe brings him over. So Joe he was the one having the conversation with the owner. Joe brings David Yarrow over to my table where I'm sitting, and I stand up and I just start bowing to him because I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe David Yarrow is right in front of me.
Crazy.
And anyway, we ended up going to his gallery the next morning, and now we owned 3 of his pieces.
Love that.
And we got to see them before anybody else got to see them.
It's so crazy. I thought you were talking about the I don't know who the artist or the designer is there, but the one in Nick and Sam's she has the blow dryer in her mouth and she's like electrocuted. I'm like, that will be in my bathroom one day.
I love that. I love that painting. So yeah, my friends
so
flying from California today. They've never been to Dallas. First day, they spend so much money at Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton's flying them here for an event.
Love it.
I love that too. So anyway, I'm like, we have to go to Nick and Sam's. That's their first place.
I love it.
So you like their lamb, their steak? What do
I
you
will
get?
send you a list, but I love their Wagyu hot rock. You can pick whatever type of Wagyu. I've had their snow beef and their Australian Wagyu, which just obviously melts in your mouth. And I actually prefer a Wagyu hot rock over a Wagyu steak because the Wagyu hot rock, you're sharing with people, and 2 pieces is perfect. It's
so
eating
rich.
a block of butter. So I'll get that. And then I love a spread of their sushi and their bang bang broccoli. Someone needs to give me that recipe. It is, and I don't, you've been following me. I do not eat greens. I do not eat healthy. That is not in my vocabulary. As I say, bang bang broccoli, it's fried, but it's still broccoli. Okay. It is. Have you had it?
No, but I'm gonna get it tonight.
You're gonna text me in a second. That bang bang broccoli touches your mouth.
Okay, I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna take a picture.
It's like
I'm gonna video myself eating the broccoli.
People say I don't like food. It's
I'm gonna
so
be like,
good.
look, this is I'm eating.
So the bang bang broccoli, they have a king crab elote, which is to die for. I'll send you a list.
Okay,
we won't bore the people with that. But.
And then any other 2 restaurants that come to mind?
Right off the top of my head, I've been thinking about this place because I haven't been in a while. And it not only is the food fantastic, but the owners are amazing. Chris and John Vietnamese. They actually are opening a new location. I saw it this morning. They are off the 635 in Preston Oak. So it's a little bit hidden, not in the best area, but it's a husband and wife team, and they're there every day, and their food is divine. It's like ramen-ritos, pho-ritos, dumplings, noodles. Like, it just is incredible food. There's always a line. I don't think I've ever heard anything bad about it. The only thing people complain about is they're not open on Saturdays because of religious belief that they have their
Okay, what's the name of it again?
Chris and John.
All right, write it down, folks.
It is so good.
Okay, what's the third?
The third, Wu Wei Den. It's a Asian spot. They also just moved to a beautiful location in Plano. I am obsessed.
I think you
with soup dumplings.
I was supposed to say, I think it's dumplings. You have
dumplings. I could live off soup dumplings for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
McDonald's and soup dumplings.
I saw you like in a hotel and you're eating some dumplings.
Oh, I annoy people now. Like the Din Tai Fungs have come. Din Tai Fung is the one that gave me my love for soup dumplings. Do you have it in California?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, you can go there because that's not fast food. So they deliver. So get it delivered.
Because you're eating some dumplings and you ate them and you're like, these are good, but they're not. And that's probably the name.
Wu Wei Den. Yes, I had just had Walk Star. I really try to give other people a chance, right? And spend the money. It's like when people go to the same place over and over and people get mad or you order the exact same dish. You know it's going to be good. You know you're not going to be upset. And the way prices are going nowadays, Wu Wei Den never lets me down. And I will say this, if they see this, I've never gotten a free meal from them. I've never been paid by them. I've never gotten a thank you. And I have spent, I am not kidding you, probably upwards of $20,000, and I've probably made them that, if not more.
Come on, people. Right? Get with it.
It is my favorite. I think people think I'm paid by them because I talk about it so often. I've no.
Well, that goes to you're authentic,
It is the best.
Oh man. Okay.
So you need to go there as well.
Okay, I'm gonna go there. Okay, so
I will go with you.
Let's do it.
I will happily go with you.
Oh my gosh, you could totally. And
I almost got it delivered last time.
I'm gonna be like, can we get our at least our drinks for free?
Yeah. Right. No.
Okay. So
just a thank you.
I know people want to know this. How in the Sam hell do you stay so skinny?
Okay. Yes, I know. It's a question I get every day, and it's actually a trigger for me. And I'll tell you why. I don't think I'm skinny, and I don't you have to be so careful about that, right? I don't think I'm where I would like to be, right? But I know I'm in this food space and it's my choice and to be here, and I love food. I work out so hard. I work out 3 times a day,
Really?
at least twice. I go on a 6-mile walk no matter what. And then I do either yoga sculpt at Core Power or a Pilates class. And then I also do these online HIIT classes by Ashley Eckhoff. And I just love it because it's from the comfort of your home. I can get up, I can do my, lemon water and chill, and then just work out in the comfort of my house, which is nice. I actually, I don't know if I lost weight, but I have these crazy before and after pictures from doing her program in 2020, 2021, which was obviously COVID when a lot of things were shut down. So we didn't have much to do. But I love her classes. And so that's why I do them, because I've made a change in my body. But I get that every day.
Yeah.
So I'm blessed with good genetics. So let's start there, right? My parents are both in pretty good shape. I've always been decently thin, right? So to everyone else's eyes, I know we're all our own worst critics. So I know by no means saying I'm fat, but I am not happy where I am. So when people ask that, I get it every day, multiple times a day.
Imagine.
And it's the first thing people ask in person. Like, I just have to know how you stay so skinny. Again, that's my own thing, my own problem, but it's a trigger for me because I actually
Which is normal, because I mean, any woman, whether you're too skinny, people are going to be like, oh, this is wrong with me, or you're, overweight. Women are always going to be that way.
Right.
There's
right.
always going to be something that you feel like you could look better.
Do better, anything. And I think the point, I can't get mad at people for asking, right? Because that's also the point of influencing, right? Like when I follow Kathleen Jennings Beauty for skin, I'm like, well, what'd you do? What, right? I want to know what I can do to look like her skin, right? And
that's what I feel like. People are like, how can I eat fast food 20 times
everything
a
she
week
eats
and still look and feel good the way you do?
So I get that often. I think the only thing I can say is I take a lot of supplements. So I take care of I might not take care of my body to some people's extent of like putting McDonald's in my body. People think I'm putting poison in my body. But I take all my supplements, and I walk, I work out, I do all those things.
Do you drink alcohol?
I do, not as much as I did when I was younger. I'm not the kind of person, I've never had a drink by myself. If that answers your question. I've never come home and been like, oh, I need a drink, right? I've always, like, it's more of like, I'm social settings. Yeah. Like, I love a nice glass of red wine with my steak, or I love a nice cold Sancerre.
Like, so you're more like a pair. You want to pair.
Yeah,
you want to pair the food that goes
or dirty
with
martini. I love a good dirty martini. I don't drink coffee, but I love a good espresso martini, and regret it when I try to go to sleep.
Okay, I was trying to think if there was one story I looked up, and it popped up on the Dallas Morning News, I think, or something, but it was,
oh gosh, the drink
a
charge,
margarita shake or something, and I read it and said something about you're at a restaurant and you got the bill and it was like $500.
Yes.
And you looked at the bill and there was a margarita shake or something, and like, let's say hypothetically the margarita was $13, and there was an extra I'm making this up, $7 shake fee.
Yes.
And literally they charged you to shake the margarita, but it was like a controversy.
It was a big, that took the world by storm. I was getting emails, calls from Europe. I mean, that took the world by storm. It was wild. I didn't answer anyone. I think only my close friends know this, or people who know me, but I got an attorney. Because I was so scared.
What happened?
So my girlfriends and I went out to this restaurant in Dallas, and we got the margaritas. When I go out with my girlfriends, everyone's like, Kristi's ordering, right? Just let her order. She knows exactly what to get, or what, everyone has their input, whatever. So I knew how much the bill was going to be around because I ordered all the food. And my girlfriend and I got a Lalo tequila. They thanked me.
I love that tequila.
Everyone thought the name of the restaurant was Lalo, who didn't know what Lalo tequila was. So my girlfriend and I got Lalo, and then another girl got Casa Dragones, and another girl got, I can't even remember the name now, but I guess those are very high profile tequilas. And they got multiple. And so when we got the bill, our Lalos, I think, were $13 plus the $4 shaking fee, which is a $17 margarita. That's fine. just put $17. Like that's the going rate for a drink nowadays.
So I told Joe about it after I read it last night. He was like, that's crazy.
Right. So the cost of Dragonis and whatever the other liquors were like $40.
Uh-huh.
Plus
the
the
shaking fee.
plus the Topo Chico or whatever. So their drink came out to like $70. Mind you, they got a couple of them. So the bill came. We're about to put our cards in. Well, another girl came late. So one of my girlfriends was like, well, just have her pay for her. Well, she was one of the ones that ordered the expensive drink. I said, just have her put in her whatever, the drinks or whatever. So typically, I don't know about you, and this is, I know sounds ignorant, but I don't ever really look at the bills. We all put our cards in, we split it,
that's what we do.
Sign it and walk away. The only reason I looked was because she didn't eat dinner. She was just going to pay for her drinks. And I was like,
how much was it?
Like $595. The food was only $130. So we drank $400 worth of liquor. And so I kind of broke it down and I go, did you guys know how expensive your tequilas were? And they're like, not that expensive. But so I asked, I said, hey, what are these extra fees? I can't remember what the thing was now. I tried to block that out of my traumatic memory. And he was like, oh, it's to shake the margarita.
He said that.
And I was like,
wow.
What? And so I was like, okay, so here's what we're going to do. I think I was like, this is insane. I think he went back. I think our bill ended up, it took like $100 off, took the shaking fees or whatever off. But we drank and then I went home and I was like, I'm just going to film this and just ask, right? I didn't do it. I didn't say the name of the restaurant because the food was exceptional. And the point of the video wasn't to bash the restaurant, which I think a lot of people thought that that's what I was doing. Didn't say the name of the restaurant. I just said, is this normal? Right? And then, a lot of people, it went viral. It had
freaked
8
out, like
million
a shake
views.
Fee.
Yes.
I mean, I would be like, what the?
I woke up and I was getting calls. Where'd you guys go? The girls that were in the video were getting calls. Where was it? And then all of a sudden I got the next morning. This is how people will figure out who the restaurant is. The next morning, the said restaurant posted a photo saying, no shaking fees in the process of making this margarita. I'm like, I didn't even say your name. Y'all just called yourself out. I think whoever their marketing person thought they'd get ahead of it and try to, misdirect people to it being other places. It made me sad that people were saying like, oh, it's Javier's or like whatever. And I'm like, not my heart, not my Javier's.
I love Javier's.
But the whole point of it wasn't to call out the restaurant. I know then people were like, well, we want to know what the restaurant is so we don't go there. But it was more of like, is this normal? The restaurant will know who they are. And then if it's not, they can take action and do it. That's kind of what was I also was tipsy off of my $900 margaritas.
Yeah, you better be.
So I filmed it, posted it, and it took off. I didn't answer one person back I was getting people from London, from Australia, the news. I got every Dallas News Center, every article center reaching out.
And so
never responded to anyone.
The
restaurant reached out to me and they weren't nice. They weren't mean. It was more of like, can you please take the post down? And I was like, well, no. No. So I got an attorney because one of my girlfriends was like, if you hurt their business, they might come after, they might sue you. And I was like, and at this point, now I'm like, I want to take the post down, but I can't take the post down because then to the viewers, it'll look like, oh, she was drunk and lying.
Right.
So I had to stand strong there. So I got an attorney and she was like, do not answer anyone. Do not tell your closest friends what restaurant it was. You made a choice. You said this. You didn't say the name of the restaurant. You're good. If they want to call themselves out and do the post, that's on them. Right. And so I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, did I just, I worked so hard to get Blonde Sweet to where it was. Did I just destroy myself by being honest? And not even being on, just asking people, is this normal? Right. I felt dumb. Like still to this day, I'm like, did I do they wanted me to come back in and do another post for them. And I'm like, that will be saying where it was. And they're like, actually, maybe not, or whatever reason. But that was a wild ride.
News, like worldwide.
Oh my gosh. It went nuts. I mean, yeah, it went nuts. It was
so people were like reposting it?
Reposting, stitching. I mean, whatever it was, you name it. And then it kind of died down. And then TikTok started pushing it again. I was like, no, no.
But, they say like bad news
That's why I
it
remind
can help
in
your
anything, right? Any
Mhm.
exposure is good exposure.
Because
That
literally,
are good.
I Googled you last night and that article pulled up.
Lovely. Classic.
But I mean, it's,
No, I
guess
know.
it's part
I
of
didn't.
it.
I'm just I didn't do anything wrong, right?
Mm-mm.
I didn't say the name of the restaurant because I'm a food reviewer.
Mm.
The food is exceptional. I tried to really accentuate that like our food was
And I
great.
guarantee you they've changed their policy.
So that was that. This is what really, and then we can move on. This is what really irked me, that I was like, I made the right decision, is I sent someone the next day, right? Because I got calls from other restaurant owners being like, could you come meet this? Like, I heard you caused a shit storm, is what I was told that I caused at this specific restaurant. I'm like, okay, but I didn't meet with anyone. I sent someone in the next day to get, I can't remember if it was Casa Drogones or the other tequila, but he sat at the bar. He ordered Casa Drogones, same thing. Well, they were out of the Blanco. And they're like, well, we have Reposado. Well, Reposado is twice the price.
Mm-hmm.
So they poured him this drink. There was a shaking fee. The kicker of this was 20 minutes later, what surfaced in the bar? The Blanco. So I'm like, that's on you guys now. Like, that's the kind of people you are, trying to steal, take advantage of people. So that's really what got me. I'm like, I caused such a shitstorm that you didn't change your policies the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was funny. I went to other restaurants similar to that cuisine, and the chef or the server was like, we had a team meeting after that. Like, everyone started, like Javier's, they came over and they're like, we had a team meeting. Like, I caused team meetings to, which I guess they were like, good for you. You created awareness. So like, these restaurants aren't taking advantage of people, especially nowadays with these prices. Like,
yeah, these margarita, because they give you about 1.5 ounces. I mean, if they overpour, they give you 2.
like
and
$25.
$25.
Right. That's why people love Mastro's and all these places that give you the shaker of the extra margarita, because it's like,
sure,
you get a $35 margarita, but you get 2.
Yeah. Man, that's insane. I can't believe it went so viral. Like, that's
Oh
the thing
my.
about social media, things that you never would see coming.
Oh, I went home, I filmed it, put it up, went to sleep, and I woke up, and my girlfriend, because the beauty of it also was I took a week off Instagram. That was the first time I'd ever taken a break. So nobody knew where it was because I didn't post. I was off the grid. All I did was post it on TikTok. So my girlfriend texted me. She had actually posted a story, a mere thing. People went so deep into finding people's names, finding out who I was with, going to their story. This specific person had to go private. And then they were screenshotting that. Now this person went private. They're hiding. And it's like, I was scared, right, of the whole suing thing, that I was like, started having to block people. Like, just leave it alone.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. I mean, I did the same thing. I 100% would have posted that. I'd be like, they posted a shake fee. Oh, like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Yeah.
There were a couple places in New York that said that they had an upcharge fee. Come to find out, I think the server misinformed us. I think it was actually
a different fee.
It was like the additives, like the lime juice, the Topo Chico.
Okay,
and
that's ridiculous.
100%. But I guess some restaurants need to update their POS systems, because this specific, supposedly, even though this is a major group, and I've never had it at any other place, is they can't charge X amount. They just have to charge for the specific tequila, and then they put their additives fee or whatever it is. I'm using the incorrect terminology, but that's what I had gathered, because I called other restaurants and they're like, no, they're totally wrong. The pricing might actually be right, but the consumer should never see that breakdown. It should always be one thing. And I think what really irked me was the server. And then when I talked to the manager, he was like, well, if you're ordering that type of tequila, you should know how expensive it is. And I said, listen, a billionaire would have told you to screw off if you said his one margarita was $98.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's why billionaires stay billionaires.
Right? He would have been like, oh, what's your basic? Give me Jose Cuervo, right? Or something, right? And that like this, a server, it's like, when you go to restaurants, nothing drives me more nuts when a sommelier or just even a server, you're like, if you don't know, I don't know a lot about wine. I love it, but like, sorry to winos, I think sometimes Franzia can taste the exact same, right? Not anymore. I'm learning, but I hate when sommeliers are like, I'm like, what should I get? They only give you $3,000 to $1,000 bottles. I love when the people are like, I have this, that's $60. I have this, that's 300, this, right? Or, and they don't, or you just like, just surprise me. And they give you the $500 one. That happened to me in Aruba recently. Oopsies. My fault, right? I didn't look. And, we paid for it, but that's the thing. I wish the server would have been like, right, and we're girls, right? Because then his comeback was, well, that's an insult. If you're ordering a nice drink and someone tells you it's a $98, that's an insult. I'm like, no, it's not.
No,
it's just like, hey, just so you know,
sense.
Well, it's a courtesy. Hey, just so you know, that's going to be X amount of money.
Yeah, that does not pass the smell test of just common sense.
Right. So that was the biggest issue.
Question.
For me.
I wanted to ask more about your travel and your collabs. Like, where are the collaborations taking you? What do you have ahead?
Gosh, well, I just got back from New York yesterday. We did a collab with Ramey Brook.
Oh, which, by the way, my favorite. Did you tell them I love them?
Which was, I didn't see your message till after we left.
So you text me, because we were talking about the podcast today, and you're like, I'm with Ramey Brook. I was sitting on the chair right next to you when you text me, looking at their website, buying clothes.
That's crazy. So that's actually one of my more like, not like aha moments or like I made it moments, but it was so exciting for me that a clothing company reached out, right? That they were taking a chance on us. I guess Ramey loves, not I guess, I know Ramey loves Diet Cokes and fast food.
Really?
On top of her elegant meals, right? And so she had them reach out to us. And so
wow, that would have been a serious aha moment for me.
It was amazing. So exciting for us, right? Because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're getting to break into another sector, right? Not just food. And, people always asked why I promoted all my face stuff or why I wasn't promoting it, matter of fact. And I was like, well, I'm a foodie. And my, my best girlfriends who are my biggest fans, continue to remind me, well, you eat all this junk food and your face is still beautiful. So people want to know what you use. And then you're always wearing clothes when you're filming. So it's also easy to just be like, hey, or like this collab that I have this, brand new car out front that I'm working with. Like all these things they all connect, right? And so we got to just work with Ramey Brook. She is an absolute angel.
I would die.
It was so much fun. And it was fun that they put you in things that like I typically wouldn't have picked, right? Like my friend laughed at it too. She's like, you always put yourself in baggy clothes, right? Because that's where I feel more comfortable. But I just need to learn how to dress myself in something that is more cinching at the waist, just finding the right thing. Everyone has different body types. That's the hard part about influencing too. You see all these influencers are sticks and I'm like, oh, love that. And I get this and I'm like, I look like a sack of potatoes. What's going on here? So that one was
okay. So you went there to try on some looks, and then
we put on looks and we filmed New York staples. So we had Cat's Deli, Pop-Up Bagels,
did they
Joe's
film
Pizza.
It, or did you film it?
I did. They did as well.
Okay.
We took photos in their showroom. They have the whole floor of this building. It's so cool. They've already have a showroom of winter.
Really?
That's how far ahead they planned. If no one knew that, I had no idea how that works.
It's like the futures.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so cool. So we got to film with her. It was so much fun. And then we also got to go to the Clarence headquarters, which is the puffing mask I was telling you about before we started filming. And so it was fun to do that if you're in town actually. Oh no, you're leaving. So they're actually doing an event here on Sunday. So it's so fun to do things other than food,
and that's your first fashion collab.
That's our first fashion collab.
Oh my gosh.
Which is so crazy.
We're going to go to New York together.
Yes.
And I'll take you during New York Fashion Week. And
Please.
I'll do the fashion side of things. And then you'll take me like all the best restaurants.
Deal.
And we can just film and have so much fun.
Yes. So this New York trip was so much fun because I don't know if you've heard of the Corner Store, that insanely hard restaurant to get into. We pulled some strings and got in there too. So I'm like, the New York trip, my dad was texting me yesterday. He's like, worth it? Like, worth it to go? And I was like, it could not have been. It was a very fast 48 hours, but it could not have been more fulfilling and exciting. And just like, like you were saying, the aha moment. I'm like sitting there with my, I get to do it with my best friend too. Like I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is so cool. People want to work with us. Like they reached out to us. People want to work with us, and that's so cool. That's so cool to me, right? Like I said before in the beginning that I'm like, oh, we should have more followers, but I'm so excited where we are, right? And the adventures we still have yet to go
I
on,
mean,
and
that's
all
like, I don't know, it kind of gives me the chills a little bit.
it's so exciting.
'Cause
I
that's
like want to like cry. I'm like
totally.
so excited that I'm like, I built this, with the help of my sister and my best friend, and obviously the followers, right? They're there to thank just as much, right? Because they've given me the opportunity to be vulnerable online and post all this stuff and get a lot of hate, but also make me successful
Yeah, that's
in something
really
that I love. I
amazing.
hope I sit here and I hope people people truly in their lifetime find a job that they love. Right. I am so lucky. I get to wake up and my life revolves around food. Like
are
a
you kidding?
dream.
Yeah, because you were like,
I'm
I wake up and I'm going to eat breakfast, lunch, and
I
dinner.
think
And
of my drives my dad nuts on vacations. We're eating their breakfast and I'm like, okay,
What's
so
for-
lunch. And my dad's like, could you finish what's in front of you first? No, I'm like, we have to plan.
that's your passion.
It's so
I
much
was going to
fun.
actually ask you that, but I think you kind of just answered it. But the advice that you would give to people looking for their career path, because a lot of people, unfortunately, do a job that's not their passion.
And the scary part is leaving that, right? The comfort, the security, and just go, jump, take the leap of faith, because you will find something. Have enough confidence in yourself that it might not be the job you're leaving. It might be something else, but taking the leap of faith also might not lead you to what you think you're wanting. It might open a door and lead you to something you didn't even know that you wanted.
Clearly, food is your passion.
Oh, I love food.
And I'm so happy for you.
It brings everyone together, right? And, everyone always says, like, there's always room at my table. Like, everyone, like, to the point I was telling you about my job before, everyone eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Or at least everyone eats a meal a day, right? And I feel bad for the people that think that they just can only eat salad. And that's the way they have to live,
I mean,
or
salad's
whatever.
so overrated.
There are some great salads, don't get me wrong.
I can eat one salad a day. That's it.
Right.
And then a lot of times I have to make the salad not taste like a salad.
Right.
Like just like the
or
lettuce.
they add fried chicken to it. And I'm like, well, I should have just eaten the burger.
I know. I think the same thing.
Well, that defeated the purpose.
Okay, speaking of food, I have great news. Do you recognize this noise?
Fast food bag, baby.
Okay,
There's no grease on the bag.
Okay, so what we have here is your favorite taquitos, right?
Taquitos. So yes, so I actually love, if you've been following me for a while, love a good breakfast burrito. It's a burrito. I don't know why they call it a taquito, because a taquito is fried. I've gotten it's a big controversy with people, but like, that is a burrito.
It looks like a burrito.
That's a burrito. They call it a taquito. Okay, so I'm a breakfast burrito girly.
Okay, what sauces?
Okay, we have picante and we have salsa verde.
Okay.
Did you get picante? Oh, yeah, you have it.
I got that. Yeah.
So I can't remember which one I like better on this one. But I love green sauce. Anything green,
Okay.
I love. I think I actually, if I remember correctly, I think I actually liked their picante better. But
Right.
hold, please. We'll let you know in a sec. Oh, God.
Noise.
Oh my gosh, when was the last time you had fast food?
Oh, that's a great question.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah. So the last time I had fast food was probably 12 years ago.
People are going to be so mad at me. All right, so I dipped mine in picante. We're going to do one picante, one salsa verde, and then you can tell me what you think.
I'll be hungry too.
I'm so hungry. Okay, so let's try it with the salsa verde now.
All right.
That's the tangy.
I think I like the salsa verde better.
This tastes more like bottled, like paste.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to paste, but I like the salsa verde too. So I'm a green girly.
I have to ask about you said something about the car out front.
So I am in my who's no longer with us, grandfather's Lexus 2010. It hasn't even hit 100,000 miles, which is wild. And I was looking for a new car, right? Because I'm like, I'm in my car. That is my office. This is my space. And my dad was like, drive the car into the ground. You're so lucky to have no payments in life except my mortgage. Take advantage of it, right? People would die to be where you are. I'm like, but I spend all my time in my car, and I have a wooden steering wheel. and people make fun of me all the time. They're like,
I had an old Lexus
is it
like
from
that.
the 1900s? And I'm like, maybe. And so I'd just been kind of looking. My dream car, my like, that will be my like big aha would be, I want a Range Rover. That's like forever.
That's a great one.
I just want it, right?
Mhm.
And my dad's like, don't call me when it breaks down. So I just was kind of just curiously looking around, and someone fell into my DMs, this guy from Echo Park Automotive. And I was like, cars, great. Let's talk. Such a kind man. They buy and sell cars. They're in Dallas, Scottsdale, Houston, Nashville, probably a couple other places anyways, but he explained it as like the Costco for cars. Like, you don't have to deal with all these salespeople and all these like upcharges. They buy cars from auctions and all this stuff. Anyways, I was like, I'm actually looking for a new car. And he was like, well, what if I put you in whatever
God, I
car
love
you
those
want?
words. How if I
What
put
if,
you in?
yes, for a month you can drive it and we can change it every month until you find the car you like. I fear this car outside. And I'm the impulsive buyer. I'm like, this is it. I want it. Where do I find it? But I just feel that this morning when I got in it, like I wanted to cry because I'm like, what did I do to deserve this, right? And I know I need to think that I've put a lot of hard work and a lot of money that people don't realize, right? You know, you make good money, but a lot of it goes right back in because I travel. I don't get paid to travel. I probably could get some if I reached out and asked, but I'm so busy. And by the time I want to do it or have time to sit down, the trip's in a week, right? And it takes time to set those up. But I just was sitting in the car, even on my drive here, and I'm like, I did this.
You did it.
I did this. It's so cool. And I can't wait to. I really love collaborations and partnerships. Like, I'm sure you're so excited to work with Alice and Olivia because it's a brand you love. Obviously, I don't know a lot about Echo Park Automotive yet. I'm still learning about it. But the way the relationship went, just, you know, how kind they were. And, you know, this is who we are. And could you help us? I'm happy to. I'm like, absolutely. Right. And this was before he even offered to put me in a car. He just wanted me to help him promote it. And then I told him, I'm like, well, I have a 2010 Lexus.
That's great.
But I love, those are the kind of collabs I love working with, right? And you don't know a lot about Ramey Brooke, right? You love her clothes, but you go into that like, is she going to be nice? Dave Portnoy, is he going to be nice? And then you get there and it's just is like a full circle of,
you just
so kind.
shout out for Ramey for me.
Yeah.
Tell her I do trunk shows at both houses.
She's so great.
So I did want to tell before we send off, where can people find you? Website, TikTok, Instagram.
So the website's under construction, coming soon. That will be up here pretty soon. And the reason I'm really taking time on the website is because I get DMs every day. Where'd you say your number one breakfast food? Coming to Scottsdale for a day. Where can I go? And I respond to everybody. And I'm so tired. I'll respond to everyone. So it's going to be so nice. I have a world map. And then you can just click, see the top 10s, whatever. So the website will be done soon, www.blondesuite.com. And obviously for the bottle, that really is imperative that that's done. Blondes Who Eat on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, Lemonade, all Blondes Who Eat across the board.
Okay, it's been so amazing having you.
Thank you so much for having me.
This has been the best send off. So I feel
so blessed to be a part of your breaking your 12-year.
I know this
streak,
is
and you
great.
Broke my first podcast.
Yay! We popped each other's cherry. Okay, I feel like we should take a bite. Say goodbye to the audience.
Thank you for having me. Sorry if I didn't answer all everyone's questions. Cheers. I don't know how to shut up. So, cheers.